Hello, hello. This is SynthHearty talking. I am here in Helldivers 2. I'm going to be talking a little bit about the new update that has come out. So we got mechs. We got I don't know if I can call them nerfs or upgrades or whatever. Nullifiers. I'm gonna just call them that. We basically had a whole patch of buffs and debuffs, and all it did was nullify everything. Like the buffs that we had with our mechs, the armor and all that kind of stuff, all that kind of change has been nullified. How so? I'll explain. So, first thing I want to talk about, the thing that popped out to me the most, the Hive Guard. The Hive Guard terminated. Let's talk about that. Okay, so a Terminid that is a Hive Guard, the defensive enemy, basically a fodder enemy because of how much I see it, I believe they should be, staying as a medium armor enemy. My reasoning for it, they are out there often. They're up in the front lines for some reason, and they're just out there often. Heavy armor enemy types shouldn't be as common as the light armor enemy types. Light armor enemy types, they're everywhere. They're fodder enemies, right? But once you made them heavy armor, I had a bit of a time where I kind of thought to myself, why would Arrowhead make a Hive Guard heavy armor now? An enemy type that is common and basically a fodder enemy in the front line that I've been seeing fight like a frontliner become a heavy armor type. Sure. Make it make sense. Story-wise, why are they tougher now? Why did you make that change? Was it just simply because you thought this enemy type was getting thrashed all over the place? I mean, that's kind of the point of their existence. Is it supposed to make people have a skill moment where they're supposed to skill around these things that just strafe around and block you while their offensive counter types are attacking you from behind? I have an idea. So instead of just making that change, just throwing it out there, because I have no idea why this change even happened. What's the point of them having heavy armor now? Hive Guards, maybe, are supposed to be defensive primarily to protect their home. Make it make sense. Their bug layers, their bug holes, they're trying to protect it. They have heavier armor because of it. Matter of fact, I think there should be a brand new type of enemy or a type of bug that is made for that, which is a Hive Guard variant. That could be too much work, but to be honest, all you guys did was reskin the enemy types, right? And make it that they have different types of status effects and different types of attacks that buff them up and do to certain things. But if you make a new defense variant type, I have a suggestion. Make a new mission type where, one, you could capture royal bugs. Maybe they're babies again. Capture the baby slugs like always. Like that should be a specific mission type where you capture as many of these guys as you can, bring them back, and it actually gives you research points. That's going to be like a new mission currency type, okay? What I think, because I have nothing to work with now, because when I go to my ship, I have completely upgraded everything. It's completely done now. I'm basically at the end game. What am I doing? Am I fighting for a little bit and then I log off and I'm done? Or do you want your players to continue to play often and feel invested and immersed? Make it make sense. Since it's completely upgraded, you should be congratulated. I mean, I think I was. I think I got a new banner because I completely upgraded it. Actually, matter of fact, I'm going to check. Because I saw a banner pop up in my face and I accidentally clicked through it when I achieved this. So, like, if I go to character and I see player card, right? Was the newest thing a giant mech in the background? Because I swore it was. One moment. Let's check. Let's take a look. What was the award that I received for completely upgrading my ship? Because I swore something got flashed in my face when I did that. Oh, I changed something. Oh, matter of fact, I must have been imagining something. I did see something flash in my face when I completed it. But what's the benefit of completely upgrading your ship, other than it benefits you in the battlefield? Maybe because we upgraded it completely, we should have brand new stuff. Like we could completely customize the way our ship operates. Maybe the research points that we earn from capturing little bugs, these royal bugs, by the way, that I'm mentioning, I don't know if they're going to do it. Maybe the royal bugs thing sounds stupid. But that's an actual real life thing. There's royal bugs, there's royal larvae, there's royal this, that, elites. We've seen the elite enemies. We've seen the stalkers. But that's about it. They're just super assassins. That's it. Having a Hive Guard variant that is heavy, defending a strategic position, would make sense. That's what I think. Okay? So, by doing this, I think it would be kind of cool. You guys don't have to agree with me on that. Maybe we don't need more enemy types. Maybe you guys are tired of that. But I would like the game to make sense story-wise because I like immersion. Now, let's talk about, because I mentioned research points and the different new enemy types. Matter of fact, I think a new mission type would be assassination missions. We technically already have those, but they're all lower rank missions. Why did we leave those only for lower rank people? Why? We should still have those types of missions at 10. We should be able to look for special enemy types, eliminate them, and see that it impacts our missions later on. Which mission you do first should have an impact on how smooth your operation goes. Just a thought. I've played Command & Conquer a lot. Your choices in Command & Conquer and the regions that you destroy first actually have an impact in your game. Make it a little bit like Command & Conquer. It's not going to be like Command & Conquer because Command & Conquer is a totally different game. It's an RTS game. Maybe treat it a little bit with the RTS stuff. It's going to take a bit of programming, I understand that. And you guys have so much other stuff that you got to do. But my opinion is, and it's totally up for discussion. I love discussions. As long as we're not throwing, skill issue that, stabbing each other basically with, personal threats and hate stuff for no reason over a video game. Don't be stupid, okay? But let's actually have a cool, thorough discussion. I think we should make things make sense. We should have research points. Why does the Hive Guard have heavy armor? Maybe there's some story change that they're trying to be more defensive with their territory. I get the entire battlefield could be their defensive line. But the bug holes are not everywhere. They're not all over the battlefield. They're very strategic spots in the field. They're not everywhere. Maybe assassination missions of generals, enemy generals, or elite royal guard can make a very cool thing for us to do. Like I would love to do cool assassination missions with our stealth armor and stuff. And then we get out of there, and then it benefits the battlefield and how our operation is influenced. We should have things like that. But why don't we have it? We are supposed to be guys that go in, take out the bad guy, we get out. It'd be cool. I think with the changes that happened with the mechs and the damage and all that, that needs to be figured out. Either give us the opportunity to upgrade our stuff, and you don't got to keep nerfing things, unless the upgrades are kind of pointless for some reason because they actually have no impact. Make it make sense. The materials that we get from the automatons, the metal that we steal from them, Make it that we can apply that to our mechs. That it's not even steel, but like whatever material it's made of, make it make sense. Whatever material because before they were invincible shields basically, but now we can break them. The Devastators, the machine gun Devastators, you could basically say that the materials that they're made of, the shields, are probably tougher than what the mechs have on them, and we could take those things and start putting it on our equipment, so we are tougher than those automatons, so we can take them on. We can try to make it make sense. Make upgrades a thing. I get we have attachments. That's basically an upgrade. We have new skins. Those don't do anything strategically for us. But the thing I believe is if we have a system that has tech trees and true end game content that allows us to customize and experiment more, the game would be a lot more fun. Alongside with enemy changes have to make sense. I'm repeating it again. Emphasis is key here in my opinion. Why does the Hive Guard have heavy armor now? Maybe it should be a different variant type of enemy that is protecting a brand new objective that can benefit us in the battlefield or give us some kind of new upgrades. Make it make sense. I don't want to have to base all my achievements and objectives based on just the major orders or the side orders, because I hate having to wait for those things to proc back up for me to want to play more. Because I love to keep just playing this game. But give us a reason why we should. We're basically all... We've unlocked basically almost everything. I mean, I still have some war bonds I got to get through. However, I'm not using everything because I don't have much to experiment with at the moment. I'm using a lot more plasma weapons and explosion weapons right now because the bugs are so dang tanky, and that's how you get through their armor, basically, is the explosions and the fire and the acid. You're using all the elements, basically, on them to even eradicate them at this point. Anything that's just base doesn't do anything. It doesn't do enough. All the other enemy types, you have to be more precision-based and more strategic with where you place your shots. Okay, so now it gets to the point where we're getting wiped out so dang quick by these new enemy types that I'm actually kind of concerned. Our turrets basically don't stand a chance. We drop our turrets at a strategic point, but the bugs are so dang fast, like little like jumping bugs that just fly like super quick. Like it makes sense why the bugs are that fast. It reminds me of Starship Troopers, for crying out loud, on how fast they are. That is scary, and it's realistic because bugs are fast. But I think our turrets not being able to deploy quick enough and shoot is an issue. We should make it that they can deploy quicker. They should jump out quicker and attack. Matter of fact, they should be more able to precision strike these enemies that are jumping at us. We need things like, example that I saw somebody had the concept of is a drone deployable station. A drone deployable station that deploys drones that attacks the enemy. We need those. Why didn't that come out with the mech bond? That would have been epic. Oh my goodness. I don't know. Maybe that's a project for later for you guys, but the concepts of the stuff that are out there right now, I think you guys are basically on track with stuff. Just things need to change in a way that makes sense and doesn't actually, like, upset the players too much. The fact that I'm even making a video right now is kind of like I've seen such a change that makes me kind of question the direction of things. For example, like, I don't know what the story is heading towards with the map blacking out. With the Illuminate blacking out the map. I have no idea what that's like. Sure, in the story, the satellite goes in, loses connection, and so what? Is it destroyed? or did it get shot so far off into a far galaxy, because that's basically a rift that leads to the other side of the galaxy where the Illuminate is. Is that an opened way to open up to a new map? So if you take your super destroyer through, you're in a new location. Are we going to have missions that have us place outposts on different planets in a completely different galaxy that the Illuminate's from? That could be dope. That could be an amazing story thing, where we can have bases, outposts, different locations that we conquer to push them back, because they're such a big threat now. Same with the cyborgs. I don't think Cyberscan's their true homeworld anymore. They kind of flew away and started doing other things in other locations. Maybe that's just a theory for me, because I've always kind of theory crafted that Cyberscan isn't going to be their main head of operations. It's a definite heavy location. I don't think it's their main location anymore, because we destroyed them 100 years ago or so. Terminids. Royal bugs. I'm saying royal bugs would be dope. Getting samples and research points from capturing these guys, and even taking out, high value targets that cripples their warfront and the operations that we have, and actually has an impact in that current operation that we're in, would be amazing. Because I don't notice any difference when we cripple their lines or when we hack certain things in later missions in that operation. Because the operation has about 3 parts in Helldiver 10. I play Helldiver 10 probably regularly. That is my go-to. It is the hard mode. I love it. I love the amount of enemies there are. I love the intensity of it. But I want the game mode to make sense. I don't want the enemies being OP for some reason. Hive guards, prime example right now. Our freaking base level mech that has a machine gun on the side. Maybe that machine gun should be heavy penetrating. Just a thought. Maybe it should be, because that little enemy should not be deflecting all those bullets from our mech, in my opinion. The missiles, we only have 12. And there's that many enemies. We run out of ammo so dang quick on those mechs now. What are we supposed to do? Idea? Allow our teammates to reload our mechs. Or we can jump out and reload the mech ourselves. Kind of like in a mecha. Like, if you watch anime, our pilots actually sometimes have to jump out of their mech to reload their weapons. I saw that in Pat Labor. That's an amazing anime, by the way, if you've never seen it. Something I would recommend is, those are features definitely when you get to the point, or get to that point, Arrowhead. If you ever see this video, I don't know if you ever will. These are just ideas. Take them. I want to have a more fun experience, and I like the immersion of the story. I want to grasp onto this game a little bit more with cool stuff. All right, I'm gonna end this video. It's a little too much time ranting about this game, and I kind of repeated myself probably several times with emphasis on specific things. But ultimately, I want the game to make sense, fix the number issues and stuff, but also give us the opportunity to just change the numbers ourselves instead of you having to keep changing them, because having to rebalance things over and over again is annoying. I get it. Give us an upgrade thing, like research points and currency, or make it that our research points come from our efforts of getting samples. We can turn those samples in for research points and upgrade our tech. So then our Helldivers at a higher rank can survive quicker or better. I don't know what to say. Like we're not lasting only 5 or 1 second in the battlefield. Anyway, those are my thoughts, my takes. I go by SynthHearty. Synth, you can call me. Let's have good discussions in the comment section. If you guys want to keep up to date on the things I'm doing, subscribe. I'll talk about more stuff later on later topics. Stay sweet. Stay strong. Keep fighting for Super Earth. Let's go, brothers.